So far we've installed WordPress on our website, and we've also installed the apps theme, and we've got a pretty blank website that we need to start customizing and putting some content into. So let's go back over to Manage Themes, and you may have noticed before this Customize button here. So let's start there and add some content of our own. So first off, we can change the site title and the tagline. We've already done that, so I'm going to leave that as is. You can also upload a site icon. So if you've got an app icon, which you will have if you've made a live app, then just upload it there and that will appear in the browser just there, which always looks nice. We can also add in some menus. So I'm not actually going to add a menu here because we don't need one, but if you want to have several pages on your site, then adding a menu there is obviously a great place to start. We can also set whether the front page displays a static page or our latest posts. We definitely want a static page because we're not creating a blog here, we're creating just a static site. So we've only got one, so I'm going to choose the sample page. So now we've got some sample content there, we can edit that later on. Okay, so made some basic changes there. Let's just update that and do a quick refresh just to see that that's actually worked on our live site. And there it is. You can see we've got the new content as well. Now, talking about content, this theme actually comes with some default content that we can use, which will get us set up much quicker. So go back to your appstheme.zip file and double click on it to open it up, and then take a look inside. And these are all the files that make up our theme, but I'm particularly interested in here, the sample data.xml file. So we've mentioned XML earlier in the course. It's a form of data storage. And so this file just contains the basic data for the theme, which allows us to add in some aspects of the demo here. So we add that by going back to WordPress, and then we go down to Tools and Import. And this allows us to import the sample data. We want some WordPress data. So click on WordPress. That will require you to install the WordPress Importer plugin, but that's pretty straightforward. Just click the install button and then activate and run Importer. And that will activate the plugin and allow us to select our import file. So let's choose the one that we mentioned a moment ago, sample data.xml. And then open that up. Then click Upload File and Import. And here we can choose to assign the post to an existing user. We might as well do that. It doesn't really make much difference, but we don't really want this apps admin user created. So we'll just assign them to the user that we created when we set up the site. And we want to download and import file attachments as well, which should download any images that go with the XML data. There we go. So all done. Let's have a refresh now and see how our site looks. Aha! Quite a bit better. So you can see now we've got our screenshot here. We've also got this content here. And you can see everything actually rotates nicely. So as I roll my mouse over these images, it updates on the phone there. And with any luck, yep, our rotating menu works as well. So it's a really quite nice interactive site that we've got here. And we managed to put that together in about 10 minutes, which is not too bad. Obviously, we're going to want to customize this content, so let's get that done. If we go back over to Appearance, you see there's a Theme Options link there, which is where we can customize the various options of the theme. So our app name, I'm just going to put My Awesome App. And just to see where this is all going to go, if I now refresh this page, you can see My Awesome App is there. Now that's a little bit large, so I think I'm going to make that just my app. So as you're changing this, it's a good idea to save the options and then just do a refresh. There we go. That looks fine. Then obviously we can change the description here. Tell the people why your app is great. Again, let's save that and refresh. There we go. Download link then. So this is where you would give a link to your app on Google Play. So I'm just going to find any old app. So let's just click apps and, oh, the Very Hungry Caterpillar. That's always fun. So let's assume that this is your app, and then we just select that long link at the top there, copy it to the clipboard, and then paste it in there. And then if we save options there and refresh, then now when we click the download button, it'll jump to what is not our app, but of course, if you put the correct download link in, then it will jump to your app. Okay, and the last option there is to change the copyright. So I'll just change that to 2015 Rob Percival. And then let's refresh that. I might need to resize the browser window so that you can see all the way to the bottom. There we go. So that's changed that there. Wonderful. Got a few more options as well there. So we can change the color of the site. So we've got this pink here is our main theme, and we've got a kind of pale pink, which is that text color, I think. So the link color, I'm going to leave them as they are, but if you want to play around with them, you can just use the color picker there to change them. Similarly, you can upload an image to form the background of the site. I think it actually looks pretty good as it is, so I'm going to leave it, but if you've got a nice big image you want to use as the background, you can use that there. And you can see we've got a call to action phrase here: get your free download of apps today. So that's customized that with the download button and the name of your app. So I'm going to leave that there, but if you get rid of that, you'll see that that disappears. And you might want that in your site. We'll leave that up to you. And you've got a few basic fonts to choose from as well. Let's have a quick experiment and see what Condiment looks like. Oh yeah, quite nice. All right, I'll leave it like that. Okay, so this is a free theme. You're fairly limited with what options are available to you, but if you want to have more options, then find another theme. As I say, quick Google for WordPress themes will give you a huge amount of choice, and they're usually around $30, $40 for a really good theme with loads of options. All right, so now we've changed all the theme options. We want to start editing the content. So working my way down, I'll start with this slider here and show you how to edit that. You can see that now we've installed the theme, we've got a slider option appeared on the menu on the left. And you can see very simply, this is where all the content for the slider is saved. So if we click edit on that clean and simple, we can just change that to something like, this app is really great. Just try it. Obviously you put something better than that. And then you can also upload an image of your own there. So I'm just going to update that, and then we'll see that reflected there. There it is. So that's how you edit the menu, and that will also edit these screenshots here as well. So I'm going to keep those as they are, but you might want to upload some screenshots of your app there, and then they'll appear in the phone up here as well as in the slider underneath. Okay, so that's how you change that content there. The content underneath this part here, we can actually edit as well. Now, when we uploaded the content, I believe it's created a post for us. So let's have a quick look. So apps WordPress theme, there it is. So if we just edit that, we should see all of the content, there we go, on the main apps website here. So it's all just there for us, and you can edit it right there, and you can upload a proper image as well. As we saw in the previous video, you could export a nice fancy reflecty image right from Android Studio with a screenshot of your app in it. And definitely we would want to obviously get rid of this iPhone picture and replace it with something on Android. So to change that, we just need to go back to Appearance and Customize. And you'll remember we changed the static front page to the sample page. So let's change that to your latest posts, and that will then show a post rather than a page. And because their data is stored in a post, that makes life easier for us. We could copy that over to a page if we want to, but it's already there. So the only issue now is we've got this welcome to WordPress. This is your first post appearing there as well. Let's check to see it does appear on the main site. We don't want that there. So let's go back over to WordPress and our dashboard, and then we'll delete that default post that was created for us. So if we go back to all posts, and then we'll delete Hello World. So we'll put it in the bin, and now we've just got the one now. So if we refresh that, we've now lost that bit there, and we've now got all the content that we could possibly want. And that's it. So in around 20 minutes, we've installed WordPress and we've created our great looking theme, and we know how to customize it completely to contain our content. So all that really would remain here would be to obviously update the text to tell the user about your app rather than this generic app, and update the images so that they're showing preferably an Android phone. But if your phone is available for both, then it's not too bad having an iPhone there as well, and updating it so that your screenshots appear rather than these default images. All right, so that's just a very quick introduction to WordPress and how to make a great looking app website. I hope you give it a shot, and as always, do let me know. Do tweet to me if you've got a website up and running, and I'll happily retweet you. I hope you enjoyed that and you get a lot of mileage out of this free theme and your free web hosting as well.